different because I'm over here. Because I rearranged my whole entire room to fix the shite up. But let us not delay any longer and get to Phoenix Wright. We'll have to wait for the Mr. Foster to compose herself before we start again. Until then, this court is in recess. The defense and the prosecution are both to wait in their respective lobbies. Yes, Your Honor. Understood. Very well, this court is in recess! It's been... How long has it been? Dear God. First saving. And how long? Seriously, how long has it been? Maybe like a little over 2 or 3 weeks? Dear God! Okay, save it again, save it again, save it again. Get away, get away, get away. There's Terry Falls? I forgot his name. Mr. Falls, Eek! I'm sorry. I want to say thanks, you're real good. You really hooked me up with drugs. My one big eye is blacker than the other. Thanks, we're almost there. Once I prove that she committed the crime... Yeah, but there's one more big obstacle you gotta get past. Obstacle? Yeah. Motive! Why would Miss Melissa Foster kill the policewoman anyway? Motive, huh? Anyway, we're still badly in need of information. Right. What we need the most is info about the Melissa Foster herself, who's actually Julia Hawthorne, but we don't find about it later. All I know is she's a student studying literature. And one more thing. What is it? Well, the incident that happened 5 years ago, of course. The kidnapping murder case that Zebra Boy is on death row for. I didn't do that! I didn't kill nobody! I never lied! Mr. Falls, in that case, tell us more about it. About what happened 5 years ago. Okay, I trust you. That day 5 years ago, I dream of it. Every day. Not every night? Unless you sleep during the day and you wake up at night. This picture, it reminds me of everything. Bridges look same just like then, 5 years ago. Like it could fall apart any minute. I think it did. So it's broken like that for at least 5 years. Ha! Sorry, buddy, but you sound like you could fall apart in any minute. It's true. I did kidnap her. 5 years ago, I kidnapped my girlfriend, Dahlia Hawthorne. There it is! Your girlfriend? Huh? Hey, hold on. Did you say Hawthorne? The victim's last name. Dahlia Hawthorne, Valerie's little sister. What? Are you serious? The girl. Let her go. The bridge has been broken for some time. Shut up. Come closer. And then kill her. I sound retarded, but that's okay. Okay, boo-boo. Sorry, but you're not going to get the chance. Says Valerie Hawthorne. The detective back then was Valerie Hawthorne. At first I thought shooting someone for a kidnapping was crossing the line, but if it was to protect her little sister, I can understand why she did it. Wrong! No protect sister! Valerie betrayed me! Betray us! What do you mean she betrayed you? Everything. All lies. All make-believe kidnapping, too. Make-believe kidnapping? Dahlia, my girlfriend, my love, my teen angel, my lolicon. Wait, how old was she back then? 5 years ago. My teen angel. Did he actually say my teen angel? He's been seen one too many soap operas. I do anything she says, anything Dahlia says. Anything Dahlia says. Hold on a minute. What you're saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by, yeah, me and Dahlia. And Valerie, too. Valerie was in on it. Dahlia's family rich jewelry business. We get one jewel, that's what we thought. Me and Dahlia wrote kidnap note. We sent to her dad. We asked for a $2 million diamond to make him in exchange for on Dusty Bridge. We tell him Valerie make transfer because she's new detective. Having a police detective in your pocket is a useful thing, alright? In the end, you are planning on splitting the $2 million 3 ways, huh? Yeah, but that woman... SpongeBob! The woman, Valerie, She did it for real. She shot at me for real. Me and Dahlia. Bang. And what happened? She got thrown in the river. A shot in arm. Dahlia. She jumped in river. She jumped in the river. Jump? You don't mean she jumped on purpose, do you? I couldn't do it. I could never push her. Anyway, I blacked out. Wake up with police all over. And that's when they decided to give you the death sentence. I couldn't believe it. That woman, she betrayed me. That man, Terry Falls, he killed her. He threw her off the bridge. He threw my beloved sister into the roaring river 40 feet below. So, he's 5 years old. I wonder is why? Why? Why did she lie? That's all I want to know. So that's why you called her. You wanted to hear the truth from Valerie herself. Yes, but I forgot what she looked like, so I told her to wear a scarf. I don't want to hurt her. Just ask why. Why? Why did you lie? Why did you betray me? I just want to hear her answer come from above, that's all. That's why. That's why you made a crazy escape like that. Just one thing, zebra boy. My senses are tingling all over. Tell me, Mr. Falls, where is it? Huh? Where's what? Come on now, kitten. The ransom. The $2 million diamond. Remember that now? Do you give it back to Pops? Did the police take it? I don't know. Huh? You don't know. No, really. I don't know. It's gone. With Dahlia. With Dahlia. She took the diamond and took it with her into the river. Okay. That day, on the bridge, Dahlia put it in backpack. Now gone with Dahlia. Gone forever. In Eagle River. It disappeared with Dahlia, huh? Wait a minute. You can come back in now. We're about ready to go. Mr. Falls, just one more question. When you said with Dahlia, do you mean the diamond is still missing? Along with the body of Dahlia Hawthorne? Never found her, my sweet Dahlia. They never found her? Swallowed by river, gone. Dahlia, my teen angel. My frickin' Miley Cyrus back in the day when she was Hannah Montana. You're a teen angel. How old was she, Annie? Wait, just 14. 14! I guess you were robbing cradles before diamonds. I guess you were a frickin' pedophile. But then again, it was made in Japan, so it's normal for anyone to be that age. For some odd reason, older men like little girls. I don't go for little girls. I go for big girls! She plans a fake kidnapping and disappears in the river with a rock worth $2 million. Oh man, angels these days. Falls takes the fall and gets a one-way ticket to death row. Is Dahlia Hawthorne an angel, or is she really a... It's time, kitten! Looks like we have a few more aces up our slate now. You bet! Diamond added to the court record, used for ransom Dahlia, lost to Eagle River 5 years ago. The training wheels come off now, Amia. You've got to strike while the iron is hot. At least while your smithing level is above 90. That's one of my rules, remember it! February 16th, 1:49 p.m. District Court, quarter number 4. Now then, let's continue with the trial of Mr. Terry Falls. Witness! Are you feeling better now? Feeling better? Yes, Your Honor. I'll try my best. You're a brave young lady. Not this again. I can understand the defense lawyer wanted to get her client off the hook. However, to try to pin the crime on an innocent student is... What are you talking about? My witness is not the person on trial here. She's an innocent bystander who witnessed a violent crime, that's all. What possible reason would a girl like this have for murdering a policewoman? I think I have an idea. It's certainly hard to imagine this woman as the murderer. Dahlia Hawthorne is the one that took the diamond. You know full well that was her motive, huh? I figure that's what I had to establish next. Well, Miss Faye, do you have any evidence of a motive? Yes. The diamond! Yes, of course. I think. Ha! You're still acting as tame as a kitten. Mr. Armando, listen. A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets. Smiling on the outside while their guts are twisted in knots is the mark of a pro. Maybe so, but I wish you would quit grinning at me like that. Excuse me, may I speak, Mr. Judge? Of course! Mr. Judge is ready anytime you like. I'd like to say something. Some people here are suspicious of me, right? That's why. I at least wanted you, Mr. Judge, to know that it's not true. I see. You're such an honest and upstanding young lady. It looks like the witness is a real professional. What do you mean? Look at that 100-watt smile. Just when things are at the darkest for her, click, she lights right up. Yes, well then, let's hear what the witness has to say. Melissa Foster's history. I was out of the country until the year before last. Until I entered college, I had never even been to the Eagle Mountain before. And I certainly don't have any reason for wanting to hurt a police officer. Holding a grudge and killing an officer who testified against you 5 years ago. Or kidnapping a poor girl, I just think the defendant is a terrible, terrible monster. Out of the country, eh? Precisely. Furthermore, she has no possible motive for committing murder. Indeed. You're up to bat, kitten. Sharpen those claws and put on your best smile. You bet! Somehow I have to tie her to this case. But how? How am I gonna do it? I gotta read. Just camera. Okay. Okay, so it's this one. Why is it so off-center? Oh, well, never mind. Okay, I was out of the country until the year before last. Hold it! So, what country were you living in then? We were all living abroad, but after my parents were killed, it was a brutal civil war. She had to try to make her way back home alone. I lost everything. I don't even have personal identification. What kind of sob story is this? What do I do? Should I press her on details? No ID. Press her harder. Witness, answer my question. I'll even repeat it for you. What country were you in? You're not... Oh, of course. Your Honor, this line of questioning is childish. What country was she in? How many languages she may speak are relevant here. What we're here to evaluate is whether this witness has any connection to this case. I've lived abroad ever since I was a little girl. That's why I could never have known Mr. Falls or Detective Hawthorne. Yes, I think we've established that point. Yes, indeed. Well then, shall we add what you just stated the official testimony? Yes, please, Mr. Judge. I don't even know the victim or the defendant. Okay, so... Hold it! You didn't know either person, are you certain of that? Yes, I'm afraid I'm rather shy around people. Oh well, that can't be helped. Why is she agreeing with everything that comes out of her mouth? The first time you saw them was when they were on the bridge, correct? Yes, it really was a coincidence. Until I entered college, I had never been to Eagle Mountain before. Hold it! So what you made you decide to go to Eagle Mountain anyways? I just love being outdoors, picnic, hikings, you know, that sort of thing. You don't look like much of a hiker to me, but you do look like a digger of sorts. But Eagle Mountain is a 2-hour drive from here, and no trains run through there. There are plenty of mountains that are closer and easier to get to. Well, I went there once with a college hiking club. I fell in love with the stark, desolate beauty and its cold, yet romantic gloominess. Didn't know you're such a goth. By the way, what's the name of your college? The prosecution objects to any questions that involve the witness's private life. All that matters is that she was a material witness to a crime. The witness doesn't need to respond to questions that are clearly malicious with an intent. Thank you, she's really gone too far. Miss Faye, you're treading on thin ice here. I hardly said anything. Talk about sensitive. And I certainly don't have any reason for wanting to hurt a police officer. Hold it! Perhaps, but your behavior that day was very suspicious. Not only have you contradicted yourself here in court, but you know things you shouldn't. For example, the scratches on the trunk of the car. Well, that's... Unfortunately, Miss Faye, your last statement proved nothing. Oh, really? And why is that? The witness came to the police station once to identify the suspect. It's entirely possible that at the time an officer showed her this photo. Seems like a rather serious mistake. Ha! That's the oldest trick in the prosecutor's book. She could have seen it after. That's not fair! That wicked inmate. I'll never be able to forget that horrible day. Holding a grudge and killing an officer who testified against you 5 years ago. Hold it! A grudge? Well, the policewoman's testimony was crucial, wasn't it? Crucial in getting the defendant sentenced to death. Yes, and precisely why he harbors such deep anger against her. So much anger and that he forgot his own guilt. Hold on a second. My client has always maintained that he's innocent of those charges. You seem rather forgetful, your client, I mean. Not only did he forget about what he did, but he also forgot the poor policewoman as well. What do you mean by that? Your client, he forgot what the detective looked like, right? It's too bad that he didn't forget about the testimony as well. Well, she's right about Mr. Falls, kind of forgetful. But... hold it! You said he forgot what the detective looked like. What do you mean by that? Well, he couldn't tell who she was without some kind of identification, right? She's quite right. That's why the victim was wearing a scarf as an identification. How do you know? Why, if I'd been wearing that white scarf that day, then he probably would have tried to kill me. That's true. He's clearly a bitter man. This is bad. Mr. Falls' reputation keeps getting worse and worse. Sometimes it's best not to poke too deep. Have it added to the testimony. What should I do with this last statement? Sometimes it's best not to poke too deep. Have it added to the last testimony. Your Honor, the witness just said it's tremendously important. I'd like to add it to the official testimony. The prosecution has no objections. After all, the defendant is a killer and mentally imbalanced one at that. The testimonial helps to further prove that point. No, that's not why. Enough. Witness, if you would. My pleasure, Mr. Judge. I guess I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf. Hold it! What do you mean by lucky? Well, it's February now, everyone is wearing scarves. If I had accidentally worn a white scarf like he said, then you might have had yourself been killed. That would have been a terrible loss for this world. Ha! Looks like you pressed too hard this time, kitten. Mr. Armando, keep looking around and you're going to lose sight of the finish line. Justice is blind, but she's not deaf. Sometimes you have to know when not to talk. I guess I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf. I guess I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf. Wear white scarf for identification. That bridge, wear a white scarf for identification. Huh. Okay, something tells me I might have gotten it a little bit, so... I'm gonna skip most of this. I'm gonna press hard, and then... Okay, so... Ah, shit, it's not gonna work. So I've already pressed a little bit hard. Okay, I gotta figure this shit out. Wear a white scarf. I guess I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf. For kidding me, from our college, I think the defendant is a terrible, terrible monster. Hold it! Why do you think it is a monster? You knew about that incident, but weren't you out of the country until the year before last? Well, I saw a report about the escaped convict on the news. They had an in-depth report about this whole history. So you're living abroad like 5 years ago, is that right? Yes, I can't let her get away with these lies. Listen to me, she sneaked up in the whole thing. Somehow, you're just gonna have to get her to show the court her true self. Did you know that the victim... Wait. Naturally, I didn't know either the victim or the defendant. Hold it! You said in it earlier you didn't know that either person, or you're certain of that. You said you knew from the news. Oh well, that can't be helped. Why is he agreeing? Coincidence. Okay, fine. Okay, I'm kinda stuck. What is it? I guess I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf. Okay, let's think about this for a second. So, according to Edgeworth, at one point, the witness could have seen the picture of crime photo. So, I'm thinking this one, so... Objection! Shot! Ah, shot it! So it's not the crime photo. Okay. Where by the victim at the time of the incident, found on Dusky Bridge. Wasn't wearing a white scarf. Dusky Bridge. Stabbed with a knife in the back. Photo. It's not the crime photo. confidential police materials. So, talk to Dahlia, tell her this time the whole truth must come out. That bridge where White Scarf, talk to Dahlia, tell her this time. Talk to Dahlia, tell her this time the whole truth must come out. What about... Objection! White Scarf. Witness, I want you to look at the photo you took. It's hard to see in the photo, but look at the scarf the victim wore as identification. Ah, you're talking about this scarf right here, eh? Yes, that's it. The scarf the policewoman was wearing. It was found on the bridge. I've got her now, just don't mess up. But that's strange. In your testimony you say the following. I guess I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf. White? The scarf you identified as belonging to the victim? But it certainly doesn't look white to me! Oh! Oh yeah, I forgot about it. Well, it was foggy that day and it was raining as well. I'm not surprising that she mistook it for white. Nope. She was specific. Sorry, but not this time. The witness just confirmed that this was a victim's scarf. Yes, but what's the significance? It's true that the scarf doesn't look white, but there's one explanation for this mix-up. And I better save it at least 100 times before I screw up anymore. The reason why the witness thought the scarf was white is because of the note! Witness, have you ever seen this note? Note? No, never. It's top secret evidence. There's no reason you would have. So the witness knew the scarf was white. I wonder about that. What do you mean? This note shows Mr. Falls' instructions to the victim regarding the meaning. It says, wear white scarf for identification. White scarf? Ah! Witness, you knew what this note said. That's because you knew that you slipped up and mistakenly said white scarf. Well, Mr. Foster? No! Frickin' lying bitch. Order, order! Mr. Richards, I'm waiting for an explanation. I'm quite sure this note wasn't linked to the public. And yet, this witness knew exactly what the note said. At the time of the murder, the number of people that were quite limited. Terry Falls is one, the person who wrote the note. Valerie Hawthorne is another. And finally, one more person. Did you say one more person? That's right, a person that no one would have suspected. If you figured it out, Mick Kitten? Yep! The third person that knew the contents of the note was... Dahlia Hawthorne. Take that! And that person is Dahlia Hawthorne. I've never heard that name before. Look at the victim's note. This is what it says. Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time that it's her... There is a name right here. What's this? So who's this person? Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Miss Faye must be desperate as she's trying to bring the dead back to life. Dead? Dahlia Hawthorne was the victim's deceased younger sister. She was killed in a crime 5 years ago. Killed in a crime? You don't mean... Yes, she was kidnapped and killed by Terry Falls. That doesn't excuse... That's not the point. You said she was killed, but was she really? What are you implying? Of course people thought she had died 5 years ago. When she fell off the Dusky Bridge and was lost in the Eagle River. However, her corpse was never found. She was declared legally dead 5 years ago. As far as the law is concerned, Dahlia Hawthorne is officially dead. But the fact remains that her body was never recovered. Dahlia Hawthorne was 15 years old 5 years ago. If she were still alive today, she would be 19 now. Melissa Foster, I believe that's the same age you are. Ah! Even you couldn't, Miss Faye. You're not saying... Melissa Foster is Dahlia Hawthorne. That I am is precisely what I'm saying. This witness before us is the girl that was kidnapped and killed 5 years ago. This girl is in fact Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. What? Ha! Nice work. That was like tossing a grenade into a 3-fire alarm. But unless you can tie it all loose ends together, you're nothing but a hit-and-run arsonist. I understand. If I can expose her true nature, I can turn this whole case on its head. Now is my chance to make it Mr. Edgeworth squirm. Witness, just who are you anyways? I didn't think it'd come to this. That's enough. You don't have to say any more, witness. Yes, I understand. What? Miss Richards, explain yourself. Your Honor, I have an admission to make. I honestly never thought the defense would pursue the matter this far. You don't mean... You're gonna reintroduce... Yes, the prosecutor's office isn't filled with fools, you know? Naturally, we conduct full background checks on all of our witnesses. What did he say? Ha, it looks like the kid knew. He knew the true identity from the get-go. No way, but then why? If you hadn't revealed her secret, he wasn't going to say anything about it. All he wanted was her testimony, so he made a little trade. Let me introduce you to the victim's younger sister, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. But! I thought she died 5 years ago. We thought so as well. But, well, as you can see... Why? Why did she hide her identity for 5 years? She has nothing to do with the current case. She was merely an accidental witness to a crime. Nope. An accidental? I don't believe that for a minute. For the last 5 years, she's been playing the role of the victim. And now we find her acting suspiciously at the scene of another murder. Really, Miss Faye, I must say your strategy here is painfully obvious. You're trying to pin your client's crime on an innocent witness in order to win. At any cost. How dare you? Please let us take a moment to think. 5 years ago, this girl was kidnapped and nearly killed. But even worse than that, 5 years later, Dahlia Hawthorne lost something much more precious, her big sister. I don't think that was a precious thing. Miss Faye must be insane to even suggest that she murdered her. What? I'm inclined to agree with the prosecutor's logic. Miss Faye, do you have any evidence to back up your assertion? What possible reason would this witness have for killing her beloved sister? Well, you see, I thought I had winning, but somehow he's turned it around on me. Ha! I think you need a little push in the right direction, Kitten. The defense is prepared to present evidence supporting our claim. Ah! That wasn't me, it was this crazy coffee addict. Okay. I think we've heard enough empty threats from you, old man. Ha! What makes you think they're empty, boy? Because your protege looks like she's sweating bullets. Ah! I am sweating bullets! You think you're in a tough spot, huh? Of course, aren't I? No. You just arrived at the moment of truth, that's all. Whether you win or lose, that's up to you. Up to me? The rashness of youth, how charming. It's coming from someone younger than me. Now then, let's not waste any more time, Miss Faye. What motive would this witness have for murdering her own sister, Valerie Hawthorne? This. Used for ransom for Dahlia, lost to Eagle River. This! Did I frig up? What is this? Is this a defense's idea of a joke? If so, I certainly don't like the punchline. Oh, it's the rashness of youth! Rashness of youth, and when your point is further... The witness stayed hidden for 5 years, Kitten. There must be a good reason for that. And somehow must involve Valerie Hawthorne. More time, you gotta read the court record more carefully. One more screw up and that's over! Now then, let's not waste any more time, Miss Faye. What motive would this witness have for murdering her own Valerie? Murdering her own sister, Valerie Hawthorne? Talk to Dahlia, tell her this time the whole truth must come out. This! The story... Oh, finally I got it. The story starts after Terry Falls escaped. He called Valerie and told her to meet this... This is the note she left. It says, talk to Dahlia, tell her this time the whole truth must come out. Valerie Hawthorne gave Dahlia a warning. She told her that she was going to reveal the world the whole truth. The whole truth? There was a dangerously important secret between Valerie and Dahlia. The reason Dahlia felt that she had to kill Valerie. Just keep her mouth shut permanently! A terrific story, Miss Faye. If you like fiction, that is. Enlighten the court, Miss Faye. What was a secret that was so important? Where's your evidence? Dahlia, Miss Hawthorne. Cherry Falls. There's only one important secret that connects them all. Oh, yes, I know the secret. Your Honor, the defense would like to request further testimony. What testimony? Regarding the kidnapping 5 years ago, we believe it will explain a lot of things, such as the nature of the important secret between the Hawthorne sisters. Very well, I'll grant your request for further testimony. I know it'll be painful for you, but can you enlighten us once more, my little maple leaf? Maple leaf? What the hell? I don't think even Canadians go that far to call women maple leafs. Even that's pretty bullshit. Yes, I'll try, Mr. Judge. Putting on the old charm one more time, Dahlia. this will be the last time you can hide behind your womanly lies. And this will be the last time I have to put in my womanly truths. 5 years ago. 5 years ago, I was kidnapped by Terry Falls. The ransom price was a raw diamond. My sister, Valerie, brought it to the bridge. After she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Falls in the arm. That's when Mr. Falls tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind. I survived, but I was afraid I might be kidnapped again for my family's money. So I decided to change my identity and start a new life. The kidnapping left her emotionally scarred. With her sister's help, she left the Hawthorne family and started all over again. And we're to believe that all that she murdered her sister? Preposterous! Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Miss Faye? Yes, Your Honor. As you've heard, the witness is still traumatized from kidnapping. I'll ask you again to be extremely gentle in your cross-examination. Mr. Edgeworth got to jump on me again. Ha! We're not allowed to fight, then let's twist some arms. Listen up, we've still got that info. That ace up her sleeve. What info? Come on, kitten! Don't see you've forgotten already. The fact that the kidnapping 5 years ago was staged. That's right, it was a fake kidnapping. Cherry Falls told us in the lobby. How do you think she says anything Dahlia says? What you're saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by, yeah, me and Dahlia. And Valerie, too! Yes, that's it. The fake kidnapping is your best shot, Mia. That's her secret. 5 years ago. Okay. 1 HP left. If I frig up, I get a guilty. 5 years ago, I was kidnapped by Mr. Falls. Hold it! Do you and Mr. Falls have a relationship? Yes, as a tutor. You were tutoring him, Mr. Falls? No, of course not. Don't be ridiculous. Mr. Falls came to the house to tutor me. That makes sense. 5 years ago, she was only 14. She probably came up with the kidnapping plan during that time. The Hawthorns are a jewelry trainer are quite wealthy, you see. Quite the clever fellow, that Mr. Falls. Did I hear him right? Did he just call Mr. Falls a clever fellow? The ransom price was a raw diamond. My sister, Valerie, brought it to the bridge. Hold it! I heard the diamond was valued in the neighborhood of $2 million. $2 million? It was still uncut, so it was about the size of a pint of milk. $2 million pint of milk? I don't know what to think about that. The defendant demanded that her sister Valerie make the exchange. Not a detective, of course, but as an individual. By the way, I want to ask you, Mr. Richard, why do you think you wanted to make the exchange? You wanted to make the exchange up there on the mountain. If he ever got surrounded, it would be hard to escape. There's one thing a kidnapper wants to prevent, and that's police involvement. In a place like that, it would be easy to tell if he was being followed. With only one entrance to the mountain, he was ensured his safety. What a wickedly clever man that Mr. Falls is. Yeah, that. Right. That was your plan! Anyway, Valerie brought the diamond to the mountain end. After she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Falls in the arm. Hold it! That was a dangerous thing to be considered. You're being held hostage. Yes, but actually, that saved my life. What do you mean? You see, Mr. Falls was holding a knife in his right hand. Somehow I just knew he was going to use it. I knew he was going to use that knife to kill me. That's why my sister shot him. It was to save me. Nope. That's when Mr. Falls tried to kill me by shoving out the bridge from behind. I think I know what to say here. There's no way you can shove her off the bridge from behind because you would drop to a fracking rocky crevice. So, objection! Ha! You're saying that Mr. Falls pushed you into the Eagle River. However, that's hard to believe. But it's true. I failed to push on my back. I'm certain of it. It was Mr. Falls. Nope. I'm sorry. I guess I wasn't clear enough. I should have said that's hard to believe. I should have said that's impossible. Impossible? I asked the court recall the condition of the Dusky Bridge now and 5 years ago. That bridge hasn't changed one bit in the last 5 years. If someone had pushed you from behind as you claim, instead of being carried away by the river, you would have been smashed by the bedrock below. A most certain death. Do you understand now, Dahlia Hawthorne? The very notion that my client pushed you from behind is impossible! Ah! Okay, what are you gonna say? Your Honor, this event occurred 5 years ago. Why? For all we know, the water level in the river may have been higher back then. Nope. But it's 40 feet from the bridge to the river. A small change in the water level wouldn't have made a difference. Ah! You're right, even if the events occurred as a witness to testify, then the defendant could have pushed the witness in the river. Young lady, what is the meaning of this? You see, Just a moment, Your Honor. It's true that the witness testified that the defendant pushed her in the river. However, she never stated that she fell from the back end of the bridge. What? What do you mean? After being shot in the arm, it's possible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwillingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. If that's true, she would have fallen into the river. Nope! Because those ropes are too high. Well, Miss Hawthorne, is Miss Retro's explanation correct? Now that you mention it, I do remember now when I fell off the bridge, my skirt got caught up on one of the bridge side wires. You can't be serious! Order the court! Seems Miss Faye's assault has finally reached its conclusion. Nope! Not now, Mia. There's no time to retreat. Unfortunately for you, this is the start of the Miss Faye's assault. What? I believe your reasoning was something like this, Mr. Edgeworth. After being shot in the arm, it's possible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. However, once again, I'm forced to say that's impossible. Ridiculous! So what's so impossible about it? Alright, because your flawed logic contradicts the court record. The witness photo. Right here! Because the wires are too high. Your Honor, all the answers are right here in the photo. Take a look at the wires supporting both sides of the bridge. They extend about 5 feet above the ground. It would be impossible to push someone off from there. No! But let's remember the size and strength of the defendant. Wires with that would be no problem for him. He could have easily picked up a 14-year-old and thrown her over. Nope! She got shot in the arm. So young and already so forgetful, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Falls has been shot in the right arm. Ah! And more importantly, Valerie Hawthorne had her gun trained on him at point-blank range. So, Mr. Falls throwing the witness off the bridge, that is clearly impossible. Order! What is the meaning of this? Dolly Hawthorne, you jumped in the Eagle River intentionally! What? What is this? He just roared. Indeed? What do you mean by such ridiculous remark? Yes, that's ridiculous. My sister was there to help me. She had her gun and handcuffs. She could have easily saved me. Jumping in the raging river like that would have been suicide. Perhaps, but still, if that's exactly what you did. You are probably confident that you can handle the swift current. But even more so, the witness has much more compelling reason for jumping into the river. And some... Oh, what is it? What was so important she had to jump into the river? I think I know why. The diamond! The witness is still alive. This fact alone explains everything. This is why she risked her life by jumping in the rapids of the Eagle River. This! 5 years ago, something else disappeared along with Dahlia that day. The item that Valerie brought up to the mountain with her. The $2 million diamond. Ah! It can't be. Yes, Dahlia had a plan from the beginning. The $2 million, she was going to keep it all for herself. She forced Mr. Falls to help her fake the kidnapping. Bang. At the last minute, she betrayed him and threw herself into the river, with the ransom tucked away safely in her backpack. Why, that's simply ridiculous! Order! Your Honor, 5 years ago, the witness was only 14 years old. Do you really think a 14-year-old is capable of such a demonic plan? This woman is a demon, and there was one more person who helped make a demon out of her. Her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. You mean the victim was involved in the kidnapping plot as well? But she was a detective back then. You're saying she participated in the sister's kidnapping? Precisely. I'm sure that it weighed heavily on our conscience for the past 5 years. This is the sole reason behind the victim's murder. What do you mean by that? On the day of the murder, after receiving the phone call from Mr. Falls, Valerie called her sister Dahlia. And then she told her what she was planning to do. Planning to do? So she's going to tell the whole truth as she wrote in her note. That is the sealed Valerie Hawthorne's fate. Is what sealed Valerie Hawthorne's fate. That is when you hatched your demonic plan to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. A plan that would ensure neither of your accomplices to this kidnapping would talk. And that is why you killed your sister, Valerie Hawthorne. To get the diamonds. So nobody would talk after that. Hee hee. Who is that laughing at a time like this? Forgive me, it's just hilarious. Witness, is that you? You amuse me, woman. Miss me, a fatty! You can certainly weave an exciting tale. Naturally, you have the evidence to back it up, don't you? Evidence? Evidence that I planned the kidnapping, of course. That at 14, I plotted with Mr. Falls and my sister. And one more thing. What happened to the $2 million diamond? If you can't provide evidence to at least show that... Well, Miss Faye, I don't know. What a joke. You, Miss Faye! Are you stupid or something? How can I prove a fake kidnapping that happened 5 years ago? I don't even have a decisive proof of Valerie Hawthorne's murder! Well, it seems that we come to an end. To be honest, the witness's behavior does raise certain suspicion. However, I am forced to reject the assertions made by the defense. Why? Of course you are. Is that it? Is it really over? Can I prove that it happened? That girl made a fool of me and there's nothing I can do about it? Ha! Without evidence, the trial is over. Who decided that? Mr. Armando! Come on now, haven't you figured it out that you can make your own rules? For example, even if there's no evidence, there's still testimony. Testimony? On the day in question, Dahlia Hawthorne murdered her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. She hid her body in the trunk of Mr. Falls' stolen car and then went to meet with him. Disguised as her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. That's what you think, right? Yes, that's right. And if that's the case, there's only one answer, right? There's only one person left who can testify about Valerie Hawthorne's murder. Since there's no proof, there's only one thing left to do. Who's the one person who can testify that demon woman's crimes? Terry Falls. Take that! Your Honor, the defense wishes to call a new witness. A new witness? Yes, we would like to hear the testimony of Terry Falls. The defendant. There's only one person that can shed any further light on the situation. Only one person who knows what Dahlia's role in the kidnapping was. The only one person who can say whether the defendant in the photo is Valerie Hawthorne, or whether it was in fact her younger sister Dahlia disguised as her. There's only one person who can solve this riddle once and for all. And that person is Terry Falls. Well, Mr. Richards, what is your take on this? Why not? The prosecution has no objections. Very well. Bailiff, bring the defendant to the witness stand. This may be my last chance, Mr. Falls. My last chance to establish Dahlia's guilt. You're all I have left. Defendant, you've heard everything that's been said up to this point, yes? I don't believe it. No way. Dahlia died 5 years ago. Valerie betrayed me. Mr. Falls, I don't know what she said to you 5 years ago, but one thing is clear. Dahlia is very much alive, and you were used for $2 million. That's not true! Mr. Falls, there's only one question I want the answer to. 2 days ago on Dusky Bridge, who did you meet? Was it Valerie Hawthorne or was it Dahlia Hawthorne? Dahlia, do you betray me? 5 years ago, she promised never ever betray each other. Terry. Dahlia, it's true. You are alive. You don't trust me anymore. That makes me sad. Tell the truth. The real truth. I believe in you. I shouldn't need to say it. You should already know. But there is one thing that I will say. My life is in your hands right now, Terry. Leah! I will allow Mr. Falls to testify once and once only. Well then, Mr. Falls, yours will be the final testimony in this trial. Witness! Eek! I'm sorry, I apologize. Water, please, water! I can't talk. Need water. Ha! Oh well, I guess it'll have to be my coffee instead. At least it'll match the way he's probably feeling right now. Darker and better than hell itself. Whoa! Who Terry Falls saw. That day, 4 p.m., I stopped the car. I was in front of the bridge. She wasn't there, so I waited on the bridge. I watched the car from the bridge. I never put no body in that car. Finally, one woman came. She stood in front of me. We talked. Then she left. That was Valerie. Not my Dahlia. We talked, then she left. Mr. Falls, you're covering for her. You think that she... That's enough, Miss Faye. This last statement was a fitting way to end the final testimony of the trial. Well then, Miss Faye, please proceed with your cross-examination. This is how you want it to end, Mr. Falls? Another guilty verdict to go along with your death sentence? There's only one person who can stop it. You, kitten, I think. I got 1 shot left. I don't know if it'll work. Maybe. I don't know. But I'll find out. Here goes! I stopped the car. I was in front of the bridge. Hold it! According to the note, the meeting was supposed to take place at 4:30. You certainly arrived early, didn't you? It was raining, already dark, too. You waited on the bridge for 30 minutes. Mr. Falls, Eagle Mountain, that spot, strong memories. I sound like a caveman! Why did he clam out? Could it be he's hiding something here? She wasn't there, so I waited on bridge. Hold it! You were quite early, so you waited on the bridge, correct? Yeah, I like waiting. I'm used to it. I'm sure he is, Zebra Boy. He waited 5 years to ask a single question. To find out why a woman betrayed him. To him, 30 minutes must have been a blink in the eye. I watched my car from the bridge. I never put no body in that car. Hold it! You were watching the car. That bridge, the other side is broken. Nobody can come from there. So, I was watching car. What else were you expecting him to do? I suppose that's an obvious thing to do, but something's bothering me. I'm getting that feeling. A contradiction? I wonder what's on the other side of the broken bridge anyways. No one lives there. There's a small shrine up on the mountain, but that's it. Anyway, nobody came! No car, nothing! Finally, one woman came. She stood in front of me. Hold it! Mr. Falls, think carefully now. Are you certain that it was Valerie Hawthorne? I never lied. That's the truth. It was Valerie. I remember her face. Wait a minute. If you had remembered her face, then why did you make her wear a scarf as identification? Sorry. I told a little lie. But the woman I met, she was different from the woman standing here now. The woman I met, she was different from the woman standing here now. She was different. It was Valerie. We talked, then she left. Hold it! Why would she leave? Why do you want to talk to her anyways? Mr. Falls, Valerie told the truth about the kidnapping 5 years ago. She said someone needed to take the blame for it. That was all I could think to do, she said. That's why she lied. Got me the death penalty. And you were satisfied with the answer, witness? Dahlia died. It was my fault. But I don't really remember. Maybe I did. Maybe I did push her in. But it don't matter no more. Either way, my Dahlia, my sweet teen angel, dead. And you just saw that she isn't dead. After Valerie talked to me on the bridge, nothing left to live for. That was my Valerie. Not my Dahlia. Hold it! How can you be so sure? It was raining at the time, and the sunset that day was about 5 o'clock. It could have been already pretty dark in the mountain by 4:30. Please, Mr. Falls, this is your last chance. You've already taken the fall once for something you didn't do. That woman, it wasn't Dahlia. Stop right there. What more needs to be said? Even if it means the death penalty, even if it means taking the blame for murder. You'll still do whatever it is necessary to protect her, won't you, Mr. Falls? I know it's obvious, but he's clearly lying. He's been cursed by Dahlia Hawthorne. He'll probably go to his grave still believing in her. Mr. Falls, even if you can show that he's lying, the poor guy will still be cursed. You'll still have to point out the contradiction anyways. That's the curse of being a defense lawyer, I guess. To point out somebody's lies. Stopping to go to the car. She wasn't there, so I waited on the bridge. I watched the car from the bridge. I never put no body in that car. So I waited on the bridge. Finally, one woman came. She stood in front of me. We talked, then she left. Let me take a look at a little something first. Witness this photo. Something's off. She got... Okay. Ugh. I'm gonna save it first. It was a Valeria, it was not Medallia. They stopped in the car. I was in front of the bridge. She wasn't there, so I waited on the bridge. I watched my car from the bridge. I never put nobody in that car. I watched my car from the bridge. Hello. Hello? Yes, I can hear you. Yes?
And, like I said, I have watched you.
Uh-huh. Why, you wanted to talk?
Well, no, I'm on my phone right now, but, so you know that's not SEAR, or...
Here we go. You're back.